Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Haliza Aulia. Saya ingin mengumpulkan final term saya, matkul pronunciation practice. Okay, let's begin. Today, I'm going to talk to two young people who are both doing volunteer work in the sports sector. First, there's Liam Parker, who is a keen BMX biker and does a lot of work at Sports Center. And then there's Debbie Sanford, who has volunteers to help with many different sports and who now has a paid job with a sport organization. So, Liam, tell us about the place you work. It sounds really interesting. Yes, it's really cool. Basically, it's a huge space where lots of sport and cultural events take place. It used to be a shipbuilding hangar, but the company went bust years ago. The building was taken over and completely renovated and reposed about 5 years ago. Now we have facilities for all kinds of urban sport like skateboarding, breakdancing, parkour, kick scooter. Hang on a moment, can you explain the last two? A kick scooter is just a normal scooter with handlebar, deck, and wheels, but now we have stunt scooter and special ones for racing. And parkour has been around for a while now. It's a way of moving around an urban environment and developed from military training. It involves climbing, running, vaulting, jumping, swinging, and stuff like that. Everyone's seen it on TV and videos. People jumping off incredible height, buildings between roof and things. So, what are you involved with? My passion is for BMX and I want to get other people involved in the sport. But I do all kinds of things at the center. I make sure the bikes and scooter meet safety standards. I check the tracks and ramps so that they are clean and no one can slip and hurt themselves. I teach kids the basic of BMX and do demonstration. I sometimes cook in the burger fan too. Right, so you've learned a lot of skill. Yes. At first, I was a bit nervous about speaking the groups, but now I have no problem giving safety instruction to people. I had to learn specific first aid in case anyone hurts themselves. Cooking hygiene for the burger fan, made for taking money at the till. I've had a lot of training in different areas and gained useful certificates. So, all that the training will be valuable when you come to look for paid work. Absolutely. I'm still only 18 and I've been volunteering for 2 years. I'd like to taste in this sector and find full time for paid work. So, obviously, my experience and skill will help a lot. Thank you, Liam. And now, our other guest has made that jump from voluntary work to paid work. Debbie, you've been involved in many different sports in your 22 years, haven't you? Yes, quite a few. I started off playing football at country level and then got into coaching. I recognize that I wouldn't have been able to play football without the help of volunteers. So, when I had the chance to help other people, I did. Then I started off a degree in sport development and I realized there's a lot of people like me who would soon have a degree and be looking for a job and I need more experience to compete with them all. So, you volunteer again? Yes, I spent a year helping with an online sport volunteering bureau and volunteer at various events including a cricket tournament, a table tennis championship, and a half marathon. Wow, that's a lot of experience. Yes, I must add that I don't actually play cricket or table tennis myself. So, if I do run, you don't have to be expert in a sport to volunteer. There are lots of jobs that need doing. And now you finish your degree and you're working. That's right, I work my dissertation on detention and recruitment of volunteers. And I know I manage volunteer for our organization promoting swimming I also organize events at a national level. I would never have got to job without all my voluntary experience. It helped me loads. And finally, a question for you both. Do you think we sometimes explain influencers in this country? Are they doing things for free when they ought to be getting paid? Liam, I believe that if volunteer for about 10 or 20 hours a week, do you ever feel that you should be paid for what you do? Well, of course, it would be nice, but the organizing I help is non-profit making, and it could really afford to pay all volunteers. At the moment, I'm happy to do what I love again, experience of dealing with the public. I'm living with my parents and they are paying my keep. In the future, I have to look for paid work. I think many volunteers feel they want to give something back to their sport. It was like that for me with football. I really it would be good to have more paid position, but we also need volunteer sport just couldn't function without them. It's really important to give people recognized for what they do. Tough. Thank you very much for sharing your experience. And now we're going to move. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.